I be a sex addict? Well, if you're watching this, there may be a possibility you are, but in a couple minutes, you will be able to find out if you have been using sex as a way that has become self-destructive for you, using those endorphins and enkephalins that hit the excitement center of your brain, and all of a sudden you find yourself kind of trapped in some sexual behavior. Just watch for another minute or so and find out if you are a sex addict. Let's go through a few questions. I would ask somebody if they were in my office. If you have tried to stop whatever sexual behavior it is, behavior with yourself, pornography, behavior with others, no matter what the behavior is, if you've tried to stop and you can't, there's a probability that you could be a sex addict. If you've made promises to yourself and you've not been able to do that, or if you made promises to a family member or a spouse, or even a spiritual promise, I'm going to stop this, and you have not been able to stop after the promise, that'd be the second reason you could be a sex addict. Thirdly, and this is important, if you've had consequences, legal, personal, lost relationships, lost a job, some kind of consequence, and then you kept using again and again, even after the consequence, there's a strong possibility you could be a sex addict. If you keep using the sexual behavior, regardless of what it is, despite the consequence you've already had, that is a sign that you have a sexual addiction. Like in number 3, you've had the consequence, but 4, you kept using after the consequence. If you're saying yes, it's a possibility. Doing more and more and more. You started off with a little bit of pornography or a little bit of this, and then it went to more of that, more of that, and more of that. Before you know it, it's way more than you thought you were going to be doing. You might have a sexual addiction. Having a higher tolerance. Now what that means to us as a counselor is it takes you more and more and more to get the same high. So what used to get you off at a very low level, say a little bit of pornography, now takes a lot of pornography, or takes another person, or takes several different forms of stimulation, or your behaviors are moving up and up and up. You're doing more, could be a sexual addict. Time. If it's taking more and more time for you to act out, more time in finding people, finding time for yourself, getting around porn blockers, or it's taking more and more time for you to go through that, then probably you have a sexual addiction, or you should consider it. Withdrawals. If you're going through withdrawals because you can't access a computer, you can't get on your sites where you hook up with people, you can't get to locations to be sexual with yourself or other people, if you are going through withdrawals, mood swings, irritability, short-term memory loss, you're just frustrated because you can't get your fix and you're agitated, you may have a sexual addiction. You decrease other activities so that you can act out more and more and more. Seeing less of your family, less of your friends, stopping sporting activities or other events, you may have a sexual addiction. Now, if you've taken these 9 points and you've answered yes to 3 or more of these, you should consider the answer is yes, you have a sexual addiction. Good news is there's lots of hope for you. If you go to our website, there's books, there's counseling you can get, there's 3- and 5-day intensives. We would love to see you be successful in your recovery. You deserve that, and I understand that you can have that. I've helped thousands of people in various formats get and stay well their entire life. You deserve that.